Good morning. Greetings, friends, and welcome to the Brightside, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to the Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on the Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It's a renewing system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing and renewing system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we are here for you on the Bright Side. We welcome your phone calls. Our number is 855-660-4261. That's 855-660-4261. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, the longevity products, ingredients, formulations, skincare, or if you just want to contribute to the conversation, 855-660-4261 is our number. And we especially love hearing success stories. I know they're out there, because I get the emails and I get the Facebooks and I get the phone calls. So share your success stories. Be generous with your success stories. We love hearing how longevity and how nutritional supplementation and how the Bright Side philosophy has helped you and your family. 855-660-4261 is our number. For you guys who want to purchase any of the longevity products, you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. Or you can head over to brightsideben.com and take a look at our shopping cart. We have up on the upper right-hand corner of the page. Just pull down on the Buy Now menu, and you'll get all the longevity products, including my personal favorite, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Of course, you can also join the Brightside Ben team. Click on the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page and start yourself a longevity business. Make some money selling longevity products and help spread the word about the power of a good nutritional supplement program. You can also call the Brightside Ben phone team, and they can tell you all about it for a one-time $10 fee. You can enjoy all the tax benefits associated with having your own business and being your own boss, and you can make some money, too, and get your products at the wholesale price to boot. That's 866-735-2470. Okay, thanks so much for joining us on the Bright Side once again. We left off our program yesterday talking about one of my favorite supplements / dietary aids. That's lecithin. Lecithin is found throughout nature. It's a fundamental structure. It's made in all kinds of plants as well as in animal cells. If you're dealing with those little bumps, keratin bumps, they call it milia or keratoses. Oftentimes they'll occur on the upper arm, or sometimes on the face. They'll especially occur after you had a gallbladder removed. Sometimes women will get them post-menopausally or even during menopause. Or if you're dealing with adult acne, step number 1 to addressing the problem is to focus on fats and fatty vitamins. That means in addition to taking your fatty vitamins and your essential fatty acids, your ultimate EFAs, and vitamin A and vitamin D, that means correcting fat malabsorption issues, and this is where lecithin is a superstar. Adding a little lecithin to your diet, a couple lecithin capsules or maybe some lecithin liquid. I personally use the lecithin powder every day. Adding a little bit of lecithin to your daily supplemental regimen can play a very important and very helpful role in helping you absorb your fats. This is especially true if you've lost a gallbladder, if you had a gallbladder removed, if you have liver problems, if you have Crohn's disease or intestinal permeability problems, ulcerative colitis, pancreatitis, diabetes, stomach problems, you're not making enough stomach acid, all of these can result in fat malabsorption, and lecithin can be your best friend when it comes to improving your body's ability to absorb fats and fatty vitamins. Lecithin in the human body, anyway, is an active ingredient in bile. Bile is the body's soap. It's the body's detergent. Bile has the role of dissolving fatty substances from food, loosening them, if you will, so that the rest of the body can have access to these fatty nutrients. And when I talk about fatty nutrients, I'm talking about not just vitamins, and I'm not just talking about essential fatty acids. I'm also talking about what we call phytonutrients. Phyto means plant, and plant nutrients oftentimes are fatty, which means that if you've had a gallbladder taken out, or you have a liver problem, or you have any other fat malabsorption issues, you may not be able to have access to the flavonoids and the carotenes and the other phytonutrients, the phytoestrogens that are found in plants and vegetables. Use lecithin. If that sounds like you, use lecithin. Lecithin is readily available. It's really inexpensive. An average dose of lecithin, organic lecithin, GMO-free lecithin is going to cost you less than 10 cents a dose. And that, my friends, is a cheap and inexpensive way, really cheap and inexpensive way to support fat metabolism. As we'll talk about here in a little bit, lecithin has way more benefits than just supporting fat metabolism. But if you're dealing with adult acne, bumps on the skin, milia/keratoses, really any skin issue, think about using a little bit of lecithin on a daily basis. And then, of course, because bile and blood fats play such an important role in cardiovascular health, heart health, using lecithin to support bile and fat metabolism can be good for your heart, too. Yesterday we said that under ordinary healthy circumstances, cholesterol is dissolved in bile, but if our cells are making too much cholesterol, and that's usually in response to too much refined carbohydrates and sugar and bread, it's the number one reason why cells make too much cholesterol and cholesterol levels increase. The number one reason is problems with blood sugar or sugar metabolism, too much bread, too much pasta, too much fruit juice, too much Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola and desserts, etc. That's why our cholesterol goes up, and that's why once you handle your sugar business, your cholesterol will go down. But if you're making too much cholesterol, if you're diabetic, and you think that you're prone to stones, you've had a history of gallstones, or you have a thick, sludgy bile that's accumulating a lot of waste. Bile is like an engine cleaner for the body. It cleans out toxic waste. Bile will clean out the waste that comes from prescription drugs and from processed foods. But bile can become sludgy over time. So if you have a problem with sludgy bile or you're making too much cholesterol, the cholesterol can precipitate out as crystals. It comes out of solution. It comes out of the bile solution. It'll form little rocks or stones and clogs up the tiny tubes in the gallbladder, and that doesn't feel good. As anybody who's had a gallstone will tell you, it feels pretty darn miserable. If you had a gallstone and the doctor says, well, we're going to take your gallbladder out, for most of us, if you're dealing with gallstones, you're going to say, take the thing out, but you don't need to. You especially don't need to if you don't have a stone, but you're prone to stones. If this sounds familiar, if you're prone to forming stones, the last thing you want to do, which is what 500,000 people do every year, is remove your gallbladder. Removing organs, in my opinion anyway, should be reserved for cancer, period. You need all your organs, including your gallbladder. Don't let anybody tell you. Don't let any medical professional tell you. Don't let anyone tell you that you don't need your gallbladder. You need it. And all you got to do is ask somebody who doesn't have one, and they'll tell you. If you have a history of gallstone formation, you would be wise to treat yourself. Number one is if you were a pre-diabetic, focusing on blood sugar issues. That means reducing your intake of unfriendly foods. You know the drill. You know the foods, the cereals and the breads and the pastas and the desserts and the fruit juices, etc. And then using blood sugar supporting nutrients like sweeties. Longevity sweeties, chromium and vanadium are very, very helpful for helping the body process sugar. So are the B vitamins, thiamine, niacin, vitamin B12 to a certain extent, a substance called choline. All of these are available in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine product. But in addition to helping your body process sugar, if you're prone to stones, you're worried about stones, it would probably be a good idea to use bile support nutrition. And there's lots of wonderful nutrients you can use to support bile. Hang tight. We'll finish up when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back after this.
You You have all seen and heard about the elements of the periodic table. These elements are the building blocks of everything in the universe. You, my friends, are made from these elements. A shortage of any of these important trace elements can lead to disease. Go with the science and take the Lady Talk Health Challenge and get all 90 essential trace elements with a healthy start pack at LadyTalkLive.com or call 855-333-LADY. That's 855-333-5239.
Research shows it's not just what you put in your body that counts, it's what you put on it as well. Why not use an all-natural, healthy mineral-based makeup that actually benefits your skin? Once you experience the airiness and flawless coverage of Longevity mineral makeup, you will never use anything else. With Longevity, the perception of your complexion will be natural perfection. Animal-friendly mineral makeup at Mary Lou Health. That's MARILU Health.com. Or call 855-321-HEALTH.
Have you ever felt like the United States government knows way too much about your financial affairs? I continue to hear stories about property seizures, frozen bank accounts, confiscation of stocks and bonds. It makes me wonder if the U.S. citizen will ever again have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Unfortunately, with the Drug and Money Laundering Act, the IRS Revenue Ruling 6045 of 1984, and the Trading with the Enemy Act and Franklin D. Roosevelt's Executive Order of 1933, some precious metal holdings are subject to government intervention. For this reason, Midas Resources has prepared a report explaining the boundaries of trading precious metals privately. Whether if you have any intention of trading with Midas Resources or not, I have instructed my representatives to give this report out free. Call for your free copy at 1-800-686-2237. When investing, always proceed with caution. Again, call 1-800-686-2237. Exercise your legal right to trade metals privately. 1-800-686-2237.
Great news, pure water lovers. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has a special discount offer for all GCN listeners. You can't do better than a Big Berkey for economy. For only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. There's none better than a Big Berkey for emergency preparedness as a backup water source. And you just can't beat a Big Berkey to remove dangerous chlorine, all types of fluoride, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, parasites, and unhealthy byproducts from municipal water. Berkey water filter systems are even powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. For the gold standard in water filters, get a Big Berkey at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And all GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. For details, call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
I will never forget the day my son Jeremy told me he hated me and slammed the door in my face. I'm behavioral therapist Janet Lehman. Behavior problems can turn the child you love and your life into a nightmare. That's why my husband James and I created the Total Transformation, the step-by-step program that shows you how to fix the worst behavior problems and get your child to respect and listen to you again. No matter what the behavior, defiance, backtalk, angry outbursts, disrespect, we can help you stop it. Now you can get the Total Transformation for free. All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. You can keep it forever for free.
Limited number of free programs available. Call now. 1-888-912-1595. 1-888-912-1595. That's 1-888-912-1595. 1-888-912-1595.
Free from the shackles of corporate America. We're the place for independent thinkers. GC.
Got a new smartphone app that reads blood oxygen levels and forewarns of life-threatening issues. How cool is that? It's from Lion Gates Technology. A Vancouver-based social enterprise has secured its first major financial backers to scale up development of what they're calling the phone oximeter. Man, that is good stuff here. You can actually use your smartphone to determine your blood oxygen levels. You don't need a smartphone app. You can just breathe deeply. In fact, breathing deeply is probably the cheapest, most effective, healthcare strategy, even more effective than using nutritional supplements, in my humble opinion, using deep breathing strategies, using deep breathing techniques. One of the things that happens when we don't have enough oxygen in our blood is our blood vessels close up. In an effort to get more pressure to the central core of the body, the blood vessels at the extremities of the body close up and more blood flows to the core of the body. And this is one of the major causes of hypertension, of high blood pressure. They call it essential hypertension. That means hypertension that has no known cause. Well, I'm telling you, one of the major causes of essential hypertension, or hypertension in general, is low blood oxygen. And something as simple as deep breathing techniques can go a long way towards improving circulatory system health. I love easy-to-use, non-toxic, cheap healthcare strategies, and that's really what the Brightside is all about. We talk about supplementation all the time, but there's other strategies as well. Using lecithin is a classic example of an inexpensive way to address health issues, including cardiovascular health and including the health of the skin. When it comes to blood vessel support and cholesterol, when it comes to using lecithin to keep stones from forming, there's no more effective strategy than to make sure that you're getting enough of these bile-supporting nutrients. There's lots of bile-supporting nutrients that you can use to help cholesterol remain in solution, to help prevent stones without medical interference, without surgical procedures. I like taurine, the amino acid taurine, which is a nice calming and soothing amino acid. It's a little bit difficult to get from foods. It's real inexpensive as a supplement. Taurine is great for folks who are dealing with seizure disorders or who have too much cortisol or under a lot of stress. If you're drinking a lot of coffee, you have kind of jittery sort of coffee energy, you feel anxious, taurine has a nice calming role, and taurine is very important for the production of bile. You can use something called bile salts. Bile salts are found by themselves as a supplement, or you can get them in Youngevity's Ultimate Enzyme product. Bile salts will also help prevent gallstone formation by keeping cholesterol into bile. There's something called choline, which is actually a component of lecithin. Choline is available as a supplement, and then, of course, you can always use a tablespoonful of lecithin powder every day. The cholesterol-dissolving properties of lecithin can also prevent heart disease, not just for gallstones, also to prevent heart disease. It can help improve the solubility of cholesterol, keep cholesterol dissolved, as well as it can also help keep blood fats dissolved too. And because toxins and inorganic metals, things like mercury and radioactive substances like cesium, tend to build up in the fatty parts of the body. You guys are worried about Fukushima, the radioactive substances that we get from fish, from ocean products, and radioactive substances that are in the air. They tend to accumulate in the fatty part of the body, and using lecithin can help improve detoxification by making these metals more water soluble. That's the key to eliminating heavy metals and toxins out of the body, is to make them more water soluble. That's how the body detoxifies itself. It will actually convert these fatty substances into water soluble substances so they can be flushed out of the body. Well, using supplemental lecithin can give your body's water solubilizing chemistry a little boost. The same is true about fluoride. Using a little lecithin can improve fluoride detoxification, help clear the fluoride out of the body. Fluoride tends to deposit in fats like other heavy metals, like other metals do as well. Fluoride's not a heavy metal, but like other metals. By the way, there's really no such thing as a heavy metal. There are lots of metals that are toxic, but the term heavy metal doesn't really have a strict definition. In any case, fluoride, mercury, cesium, strontium, these kinds of metallic substances that deposit in fats as toxins, you can improve the body's ability to dump them out, to clear them out by using lecithin. These are some amazing benefits, you guys. Heart benefits, cholesterol benefits, gallbladder benefits, fat absorption benefits, detoxification benefits. These are a lot of things that you get from a supplement that is really, really cheap, on the order of 10 cents a dose, and readily available as a supplement and also as food. And as a bonus, as if that weren't enough, as if that's not enough benefits from one little old supplement, lecithin has tremendous benefits for nerve health and for brain health. It can help improve the symptoms of dementias. It can help improve Parkinson's disease and Bell's palsies and other movement disorders. And then, of course, we're talking about skin health here. Using lecithin in combination with your fatty vitamins, with vitamin A and vitamin E, or other fatty nutrients like zinc, And selenium, we don't tend to think of zinc and selenium as being fatty, but indeed they are absorbed and utilized by the fat absorption system in the body. So if you have a bile problem, you may end up with a zinc problem and a selenium problem too. And it doesn't matter if you're taking the zinc and selenium if you don't absorb them. So using lecithin in combination with these minerals, as well as fatty vitamins, can help the body extract these nutrients out of the digestive tract and into the blood. Using lecithin can also help you extract nutrients, as I was saying earlier, from foods and help improve their absorption into the blood. Phytoestrogens, phytonutrients, flavonoids, carotenes, all of these kinds of substances that are in vegetables can be somewhat difficult to access, especially if you're dealing with a gallbladder problem or if you're perimenopausal or postmenopausal. Using a little lecithin can help you get nutrients out of veggies too. Bottom line, if you have any fat malabsorption issues, if you've had your gallbladder taken out, and if you have adult acne or milia or keratoses or bumps, or even if you're perfectly healthy and you just want to improve your body's ability to absorb fats, a little bit of lecithin goes a long way, either in granules, in liquid, or in capsules, or even just regular consumption of eggs and other lecithin-containing foods. You can use lecithin to keep your foods from sticking to your frying pan. That's what Pam cooking spray is. Pam cooking spray, if you look at the ingredient deck, you'll see it's lecithin. You can make your own Pam. Use a little liquid lecithin. Just put it in your frying pan. Or you can mix your liquid lecithin with a little bit of coconut oil. You can add your liquid lecithin to salad oil and put it in your salad dressings to help dissolve nutrients out of veggies in your salads. And again, this can be very important for postmenopausal women who are especially at risk for fat malabsorption. Phytonutrients, the flavonoids and the carotenes, these plant nutrients, are tremendously protective for the skin. They're especially protective against wrinkle-inducing sun rays and solar radiation. In fact, phytonutrients from vegetables are nature's very own nutritional sunscreens. But if you have fat malabsorption issues, if you got NAFLD, the latest alphabet acronym disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, if you had a gallbladder taken out, you may be depriving yourself of the protective effects, the wrinkle-fighting effects of these phytonutrients. So by using a little bit of lecithin in some coconut oil or maybe macadamia nut oil or hemp seed oil or other kind of nutritional oil like flaxseed oil or Udo's blend, and then putting that in with your veggies, or maybe cooking or braising your veggies with a little bit of the lecithin oil blend, you're going to be able to access those nutrients more readily and keep your skin healthier and your skin looking good longer as well. If you're perimenopausal, and again, perimenopause and menopause are really a prime time of life for women to deal with fat malabsorption issues. If you're perimenopausal or menopausal, had a gallbladder taken out, prone to stone formation, there's a chance that you may be missing out on these sun-protective, skin-protective phytonutrients. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back right after this.
Did you know that organic sulfur can cleanse and defend your body against the poisons we're exposed to each day? Organic sulfur crystals from sulfurdefense.com help by forcing oxygen and nutrition into your cells while eliminating heavy metals, contaminants, and damaging radiation. Defend yourself and family from toxic assault with one of the most critical and essential minerals available today. Order online at sulfurdefense.com. That's sulfurdefense.com. Or call 800-593-6273.
Does advertising on the Genesis Communications radio network actually bring positive results? Let's ask
Thomas Baldrick from Freeze Dry Guy.
Thomas, talk about customer service at GCN.
GCN is extraordinary in how they take care of their customers. The bottom line, Freeze Dry Guy keeps advertising on GCN because it works.
If you would like to experience unbelievable customer service, call Lee Wickenhauser at 877-996-4327, extension 107.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right. General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Take delivery in spring. 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
It's time for a home security quiz. What effective home security device is smaller than a coffee cup, fakes out burglars into thinking someone is home at your house while you're away, plugs into any wall outlet, is recommended by many police departments, and sells for less than $30? Yes, it's Fake TV. This year, about 1 in every 50 U.S. homes will have a break-in, with burglars usually picking the easy target, a dark house that looks like no one is home. Fake TV is a small electronic security device that makes it look like someone is home watching TV by simulating the light from a real TV. Fake TV could be the difference between coming home to a secure house or one that's been ransacked. To get your Fake TV for only $29.95 with free shipping, go to faketv.com or call 1-877-5-FAKE-TV. That's 877-532-5388 or go to faketv.com. Fake TV, the burglar deterrent.
The nation's largest independently owned and operated talk radio network. The Genesis Communications Network.
All right, we're back on the bright side. Let's see here. A couple more things. I'm going to save a couple things for lecithin, and then we'll talk about how you can use some other topical products for milia and for keratoses, and then we'll continue talking about cysteine. I'll tell you about some toxic effects of cysteine as well as some detoxifying effects of cysteine. It turns out there's a very, very interesting relationship between selenium, the mineral selenium, and cysteine, and a lot of selenium's detoxification properties are a result of something called selenocysteine, the relationship between selenium and cysteine. This is especially true for mercury toxicity. For folks who are worried about mercury fillings or mercury in fish, mercury toxicity, you can really do a wonderful job on detoxifying from mercury using cysteine in its very special detox form, as well as using selenium. selenium too, and I'm going to be blogging about selenium here in the next day or two up at pharmacistben.com. Remind you to check that out, pharmacistben.com. We update that my blog page regularly with news stories as well as blog posts, so check that out, pharmacistben.com. Also, you can check out my website, brightsideben.com, especially if you want to purchase any of the longevity products. You can go right to brightsideben.com and pull down on the shopping cart or click on the Join the Team link if you want to start a longevity business for a one-time $10 fee. Click on the Join the Team link, or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. Our number today on the Bright Side, our number every day on the Bright Side, is 855-660-4261. Try to get on board early so we can get to as many calls as possible. Time to hit the phones. Let's take our first phone call of the day and talk to Sam in New Jersey. What's up, Sam? Welcome to the Bright Side, buddy.
How you doing, Ben?
Doing good.
I just want to report on something I saw in the news earlier this week. It was all over mainstream media that in Georgetown University they found that phospholipids, or a lack of phospholipids in the blood, is a very good predictor of Alzheimer's disease, 90% effective predictor.
Interesting. Just for the listeners, Sam, lecithin is a source of phospholipids.
Exactly.
Phospholipids is just a fancy way of saying phosphorus with fats, and in fact, that is why lecithin has its fat-dissolving properties. And phospholipids are, as we talked about that a couple months ago, how important they are for electrical energy. And yes, indeed, lecithin and phospholipids are very important for brain and nerve health. Thanks for sharing that. And where did you get that information from?
It was on a lot of magazines and news articles in the mainstream media. But it's interesting how the main author or the principal investigator, what his conclusion was. Yeah. He said, well, now that we can predict Alzheimer's so well, we should give patients that are low on phospholipids, we should give them Alzheimer's drugs early.
I did see, now that you mention it, I saw the headline, and I didn't read the article where they talked about predicting Alzheimer's disease by doing blood tests. They were talking about phospholipids?
Exactly.
I should have. When I saw that, I kind of tuned it out because it just struck me as being just more medical nonsense, diagnosing things. But I probably should have read that. So they were talking about phospholipids in there as being predictive for Alzheimer's disease. That's very interesting. Yeah, lecithin and phospholipids.
Basically, what you've been saying. It's nothing new for us.
Nothing new if you've been listening to the program. That's right. That's interesting that you bring that up because what I've noticed, and thanks so much for your call, Sam. Appreciate it. Where in New Jersey are you, Sam? You and I have talked in the past, haven't we?
I think we have, yeah. When are you going to come out here?
To Jersey, I will be out there for Mother's Day and for my dad's birthday in May. Shoot me an email with your phone number, and I'll get in touch with you. Okay,
maybe
Sam.
we could set up a talk or something.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do that. Are you doing
a health center or something?
I would love that, Sam. Are you doing longevity at all?
No, I'm not part of that.
Okay, so even if you're not, I'll be glad to do a talk. Shoot me an email, ben@ksco.com. Put your phone number in there, and I'll get a hold of you. Okay, buddy?
Well, maybe I can get involved, and we can set something up that way.
We'll have a conversation about that. Thanks so much, man. I'm gonna let you go here, bro. Have a beautiful day. All right, that's very interesting. Lecithin. I was actually saying, but what I've noticed is when you hear about things in the mainstream world, usually biochemists and nutritionists and people who study these things have known about them for decades. And in the case of lecithin and phospholipids, it's been in the literature how important phospholipids are and lecithin is for the nervous system and for the brain for many, many years. So it's kind of interesting that the mainstream folks are just getting wind of this. Thanks for pointing that out, Sam. I should have read that article, and I didn't. Okay, let's see. Anita in Connecticut. Welcome to the Bright Side. What's going on?
Hello.
Hello, Anita. What's cooking?
Hi, Ben. I want to thank you for sharing all of your wonderful knowledge with us. It's really appreciated.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you for thanking me. How can I help you today?
I'm going to be 83 next month.
Congratulations.
And I was doing pretty good, Ben, until I burned my finger on the stove about 5 months ago on my pinky finger at the top of the fingernail. And it didn't look really that bad. And the doctor said it was healing fine, and all of a sudden we realized it was not healing well, and we tried a lot of different natural kind of things, and nothing was doing, and they were worried. So they decided they had to put me on Septra. I can't swallow pills. Everything I take I have to open up. So they gave me a liquid Septra.
Liquid Septra. That's for the listeners, that's an antibiotic, Septra, also known as Bactrim. Well, if you have infection, First of all, antibiotics have some anti-inflammatory properties, and that can help heal things. But if you have an infection, that's really where you need an antibiotic. You know, I know I rip on drugs all the time, and I really don't like prescription drugs. But antibiotics and pain pills, those are the two classes of drugs that really we need to be very grateful for, especially pain pills, but antibiotics too, when they're used carefully. So you may need to. I can't tell you on the phone whether you need the antibiotic or not.
No, that's not my real problem now.
Oh. Well, let me give you a quick idea. Let me just say a couple quick things, Anita, and then I'll let you continue, okay?
All right.
Number one, the fingers, the pinky especially, but the fingers and the extremities, the toes and the fingers, those tend to heal the slowest when we have nutritional deficiencies because the body will shift all the nutrients to the core of the body and away from the extremities. So it's not unusual for the fingers or the toes to have problems, especially with healing, if you have some kind of nutritional deficiency. So that's what I'd be thinking of, especially around fats. And then secondly, you might want to try a little topical zinc oxide or topical fatty vitamin C, lipophilic fatty vitamin C. If you shoot me an email, ben@ksco.com, I'll send you back a link where you can get some fatty vitamin C. And that's for anybody listening out there. For burns, for cuts, for scrapes, for things that don't heal, fatty vitamin C and zinc oxide are your two most important topical treatments. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Okay, that's okay. I just want to get all this in.
Okay.
After about 5 days, I started getting the diarrhea. I called my doctor, and he said, is the finger any better? And I said, no. He said, go off of it.
Okay.
Eventually, now I'm losing the nail. It's almost off, and the finger's looking much better. But what happened, and I had no idea if there's any connection, about 4 or 5 days after I stopped the Sceptra, my lips started bothering me on the bottom on one side. It was very irritated.
Pimples?
You couldn't see anything, and I thought, oh, maybe it's too much apple cider vinegar. And then about 10 days later, which is now a month, my whole mouth started burning like I'd been laying out in the sun on the beach, and the whole bottom started exfoliating.
Okay.
And I think I have exfoliative cheilitis.
You might have cheilitis. That's exactly what I was going to tell you.
I've done so much research, and I can't find any hope of getting rid of it. It's bad.
Here's the deal. The mouth, around the mouth, is a very good indicator of problems in the digestive system.
Right.
Everything you're telling me tells me that you're not absorbing nutrients.
Right.
And you may have a problem with the digestive system as well. So hang tight. I'll answer your question here when we come back from our break, Anita. Hang on. If you're on hold, we'll try to get to all our callers here when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Brightside on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away.
If you suffer seasonal or environmental allergies and your doctor has told you that the only answer is medications for the rest of your life, Dr. Peter Glidden has an alternative solution that doesn't involve drugs with terrible side effects.
One of my favorite add-on products to the 90 essential nutrients for people who are suffering with allergies is a product called Cell Shield RTQ. Cell Shield RTQ. The Q in that product stands for a biochemical called quercetin, and quercetin is a natural antihistamine. It doesn't flag out your immune system like antihistamines do.
To manage your allergies without a lifetime of prescription or over-the-counter drugs, order Youngevity's Cell Shield RTQ today by calling 855-347-3696. That's 855-347-3696 or on the web at fireyourmdnow.com. That's fireyourmdnow.com.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey Guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey Guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
It's time to get your green on with the great green sale from Freeze Dry Guy. Now through St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, cases of delicious freeze-dried vegetables, green beans, and green peas are now on sale at veteran-owned freezedryguy.com. You don't need to be Irish to feel like you have pots of gold with a healthy supply of these delicious, nutritious green vegetables. They're perfect for your emergency preparedness needs or outdoor activities from camping to RV travel. Green beans and green peas, easy to prepare, easy to enjoy, and now easier than ever to buy. How about some greenbacks in your wallet or purse just for ordering? Act now, and Freeze Dry Guy will give you $25 in survival bucks for every case you purchase by St. Patty's Day. So get your green on now, veggie lovers. Call 866-404-3663, 866-404-FOOD, or log on to freezedryguy.com, freezedryguy.com.
We are the premier independent talk radio network, the Genesis Communications Network, GC.
All right, Anita in Connecticut, a little lip problem, cheilitis. I think you might have a problem with some nutrient absorption, Anita, and it may very well have to do with the antibiotic, the round of antibiotics that you took could have thrown off the bacteria. Are you using a probiotic supplement?
Yes, Ben. I had what they told me was terminal cancer, and I have had chemotherapy for 11 months.
Oh, but you're doing okay, it sounds like.
I don't know what it did to my intestines, but that was 33 years ago.
Yeah, you should have recovered at this point.
I think so.
Yeah, but are you using a probiotic supplement?
Oh, all the time.
What are you using?
I have one that's Nature's Way, 100,000.
No, it would be in billions. It would be in billion units.
100
billion units?
100,000, 100 billion.
100 billion units.
I can't swallow pills, so I have to chew everything or open it up.
Get some fermented foods then. Start using.
I have it in my refrigerator.
You're using miso and tempeh sauerkraut and all that stuff?
You can use pickles, right, Bubby?
Absolutely. Anything fermented.
That's
anything.
What I have.
Mix it up. Mix it up. Get a few other types of fermented food as well.
Okay.
And you're using the apple cider vinegar. That's great.
Yes.
The B complex is especially important for all fast-moving tissue, including the skin. So in addition, I hope you're using the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. That's one of the most.
And the colloidal minerals, both.
Minerals are good too.
Yeah.
But stay on the Stay on the BTT, but go get yourself something called a B100. Where in Connecticut are you, by the way?
Stanford.
Okay. So go to a health food store, Whole Foods out there in Stanford, and get yourself a B100 and take it every couple of hours. A B100 capsule or tablet. I like the capsule a little bit better. And
I
then
can open it up?
Absolutely, you can open it up. It doesn't taste very good, but yeah, you can open it up.
Okay.
And then you want to start doing high doses of vitamin C.
I take that all the time.
A couple thousand grams a day?
Yeah, over.
Over, so that's good. 4,000 or 5,000 grams a day?
Yes.
Okay, good. Stay on that. And then make sure that you're getting your essential fatty acids. Mix it up with lecithin because there's a chance that you're not going to be absorbed. You're doing that already.
Lecithin I take.
And you're doing that already?
Yes.
Are you? How's the digestive thing? Bowel movements and gas and bloating and all that kind of stuff?
That is fine, except I have a silent reflux.
Okay, then that's telling me something's still not getting processed correctly.
And when I lay down, when I go to sleep, I wake up and I'm a little nauseous. Then I wake up and eat and I'm fine. fine.
You got something going on there. So your body's not processing nutrients. And you're going to have to nail that down because, as we've said so many times in this program, it's not what you take, it's what you absorb.
Right.
And it sounds to me like you're not processing your nutrients. Try to liquefy everything as much as possible and use smoothies and soups and that kind of thing, and then correct the digestive problem. Treat the colitis as secondary to some kind of malabsorption of nutrients and or a digestive issue, maybe leaky gut syndrome or something along those lines. How about glutamine powder?
Oh, every day.
How about the Z Radical from Longevity?
I take I take that.
You're on the Z Radical, a couple capsules a day?
I'm on Life Extensions, not.
I don't know. I can't speak to that. Life Extensions is a great company, but I can't speak to the specific products. So I'm just going to tell you what I know about it, and that's the Z Radical and aloe juice and noni juice.
I take aloe every day.
Very nice. You might also want to make yourself a nice a tea out of something called colt's foot, COLTSFOOT, colt's foot, which has a nice, and also something called slippery elm, both of which have a nice soothing quality for the digestive tract. You want to focus on digestion and nutrient absorption because I think that's where your problem is. And Anita, I got some calls here I want to get to, so I got to move on. Thanks so much for calling, your kind words. I appreciate everything. Take care and good luck with that. All right, let's see if we can get to finish up some calls here. Caroline in North Carolina, welcome to the Brightside.
Hi, when you were talking about lecithin,
yes,
and I was wondering, when you read the back of ingredients on food, it says soy lecithin.
Yes.
Is that something different?
Yeah, it's the same stuff. The problem is when they put it as an ingredient, they're using it as an emulsifier to pull all the oil and water together. Ice cream and chocolate are very often sources. Soups can be very often sources of lecithin because it acts to pull the oil ingredients with the water ingredients to create a homogeneous product. But the problem is you're not getting enough, number one. Usually it's just a very tiny amount of lecithin. And number two, you don't really know where that soy has been. And soy can be a very nasty crop these days, so you got to be very careful with soy lecithin. But to answer your question, yes, it is exactly the same thing, and it's used for the same purpose, to pull the oil and water together. In the case of chocolate bars, ice cream, and processed foods, it's done to keep all the ingredients together. But if you do it in your smoothie, or you add some egg to your smoothie, or you do it as a nutritional supplement, you'll get the same kind of emulsification, oil and water combining effect inside your body and also inside your smoothie if you're doing it as a smoothie. But make sure it's the good stuff. Make sure it's GMO-free, organic soy lecithin, or if you don't like soy, you can use rice lecithin or sunflower lecithin. Those are all very readily available. But yes, indeed, Caroline, it is the same thing. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay, thanks so much for calling. Have a good day. All right, Lydia, my friend Lydia in California. What's up, Lydia? Where you been?
Yes, hi.
Hi, Lydia.
I have a question, Ben. What is your thoughts on this?
You're not mad at me, are you, Lydia?
No, not at all.
You're mad at me. I haven't heard from you forever.
No, I just haven't been feeling that great.
Oh, no. I'll give you a call later on. But what's your question?
Okay. My question is about with the safety of using laser hair removal. What you know about? What do you think?
I know a lot about it. In fact, I make some products for people who do. I have a really good friend who started a laser hair removal business, and she's doing unbelievably awesome. Getting rid of people's hair off everywhere in their body, and I mean everywhere. And it's very, very popular. There's not really any, as far as I know anyway, there's not really any long-term effects. And apparently, at least according to my friend, it's pretty effective. You can get rid of your hairs for forever. If you do them under your arms and other parts of your body, you can get rid of them forever. And it might be something you want to consider if you're tired of shaving.
I am.
There's really no health. There's no health impact as far as I know. At least not yet. You never know what they'll find out in the future.
Yeah.
But as far as right now, there's no health impact to that.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, one other quick question about cysteine.
Sure.
I bought this combination, glutathione, cysteine, and C. It's a combination, and I didn't decide to take it because I take NAC, and I was wondering, is it okay to take both of them?
Sure.
Or?
Heck yeah. NAC, we're going to talk about that next week. That's the detox form of cysteine. Did you say selenium?
Well, there is selenium.
That's awesome. Selenium and cysteine work together, as I was saying, very effectively. And then the glutathione is a bit of a waste, in my opinion, because the body breaks up that peptide and it'll form the 3 amino acids, and you won't really get the glutathione, but it isn't going to hurt you. But the NAC and selenium are super duper important. Very, very, very important. If you have acne, by the way, out there, you're listening, NAC is almost like a miracle for dealing with acne for a lot of folks. We'll talk at length about NAC, N-acetylcysteine, NAC next week. Does that help, Lydia?
They're not the same thing, though.
Cysteine and NAC are essentially the same thing. From a technical perspective, no, they're not, but essentially they are inside the body.
Okay, but I could take both of those pills.
Sure.
I mean,
Heck yeah.
I mean, I don't have to take them, but
there's no problem with that.
Okay, good. All right,
thanks, Lydia. I'll talk to you later. I'm going to give you a call later on this weekend.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye. It's my friend Lydia in California. Rose, what is up? Welcome to the Brightside. Got about a minute and a half. Rose. We got Rose? Rose? Rose is no longer present. All right, well, we don't have enough time anyway. We're running out of time here on the Brightside. Rose, if you're listening out there in the U.S., I'm not sure where you live, Rose, give us a call back tomorrow or Monday, and we'll take your call. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for listening, friends. If you like what you heard, tell your friends that we're on Monday through Friday on the Genesis Communication Network. That's 8 to 9 Pacific, 10 to 11 Central Time. Next week, we'll continue talking about cysteine and N-acetylcysteine, and then we'll talk about a form of cysteine that is somewhat toxic, and it's something you have to be very careful of. And then in recent years, this form of cysteine has actually been associated with a lot of health problems, including Alzheimer's disease and heart disease, and we'll talk about that next week and how you can protect yourself from this toxic form of cysteine. This is all as it regards amino acids, building amino acids. And remember, folks, we started talking about osteoporosis back, I believe, in October or November, and we haven't talked about Fosamax, we haven't talked about Prolia, we haven't talked about Boniva, we haven't even touched prescription drugs. This is all nutritional strategies for building bone as well as for building tissue, because the bottom line, friends, is we don't need any prescription drugs, with the exception of an occasional antibiotic and an occasional pain pill. We don't need prescription drugs. We don't need the medical model. We don't need Obamacare, and we certainly don't need to have organs removed out of our bodies unless, of course, they're cancerous. We can do it all ourselves using strategies like deep breathing techniques, using strategies like nutritional supplementation, using strategies like restricting our calories and making sure that we're using intermittent fasting. These are all ways that we can improve our health without interfacing with the medical model. That's why I call this philosophy the Brightside philosophy, because it's the good news. It's the good news that says that the human body is a self-contained healing system. No doctors required. No pharmacists required. No pharmacist Ben required. We can do it all ourselves. Thank you so much for listening, friends. Have yourselves a wonderful, beautiful day. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Self-reliance, survival supplies, survival skills, national experts. Get it all at the only free-to-attend national event exclusively for preppers. This spring in Tulsa, it's the National Preppers and Survivalist Expo, a must-be-there event presented by American Living. This massive expo will include special guests, David Mays from Nat Geo's Doomsday Preppers, plus GCN's own Dr. Joel Wallach via live video conference. Hear Dr. Bones, Nurse Amy, and members of the American Prepper Network, along with many other leading national experts. Learn life-saving tips, CPR, how to handle crisis situations, walk through a bomb shelter, and much, much more. 2 big days, April 5th and 6th at the Tulsa Expo Square in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's April 5th and 6th. Doors open at 9 a.m. with absolutely free admission. Don't miss the National Preppers and Survivalists Expo, America's largest emergency preparedness event. Get your free tickets now. NPSExpo.com. That's NPSExpo.com.
Big business has discovered the preparedness market, and that makes it difficult to know where to go and who to trust. MyPatriotSupply.com is owned and operated by patriots just like you. Has the best prices on storable food, non-GMO seeds, water filtration devices, home canning equipment, survival and self-reliance books, and more. MyPatriotSupply.com has old-fashioned values and the absolute best customer service in the industry. Look for the deal of the day, unique, affordable survival
survival supplies that fit anyone's budget. Get same-day shipping on all orders and free shipping on orders over $49. Call 866-229-0927, 866-229-0927, or visit mypatriotsupply.com for emergency preparedness, self-reliance, and food independence. Shop with a name you know and a name you can trust. Before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. mypatriotsupply.com.